Hi, welcome to NicheCraft. My name is Cassie and I'm your host. And today I thought it would be really fun to go through this 40 plus stash busting projects to crochet book that I have seen just about everywhere. I've seen it on Amazon. I've seen it in the magazine and book section of big box craft stores like Joann's, for example. And of course you can get it on Annie's Crochet. So I'm going to go ahead and put a link in the description to where you can purchase this book. And we're going to go ahead and flip through it and look at all the different projects we can make. The first thing I wanted to say is that they do have a nice table of contents with some pictures of what you can expect to see in this magazine. As I go through these projects, I'm going to just be zooming in on the picture so that I don't plagiarize the different patterns. So these are colorful gnomes and it is an easy project. They suggest using 4 medium weight yarn for this. The next project here is this scrap Afghan. This is using a shell style and this is an intermediate project, again 4 medium weight. You're going to be seeing a lot of fridge magnets in this book, and this is one of them. This is a turtle fridge magnet. It is an easy pattern, and as you can see, it does not take much yarn at all. They recommend a lace weight, but for this particular one, I would say that you can go up to a 1 weight if you want to. Just know that the magnets have, the way that you can make this a magnet is by also purchasing a magnet strip and then using craft glue to glue that on to your project. The next project is a doily. Now this is also using lace weight yarn. It is an easy project, but obviously you can always size up, and with doilies you can size up until like maybe 3 or even 4 weight. Just know that it's going to be a lot bigger if you use a 4 weight yarn. If you want it small, kind of like a coaster, that kind of thing, then I would suggest using lace weight. The finished measurement is 10.5 inches in diameter. So with the lace weight, so basically as you go up, it's going to get bigger and bigger. So here we have a little mouse. I think that it's really cute. It's 4 inches long. This is an easy skill level. And I just wanted to say that for me, I get nervous about my cats eating yarn because that is not good for them, right? But I think this tail would be thick enough to where the cats wouldn't be able to basically fray it and get a whole bunch in, actually try to eat it. So one of the things that I like to do for my cats is I like to make them some toys and then put catnip in the middle of them when I'm also filling it with polyfill fiber. So I just wanted you to know that that's an idea that at least I got from this. So we have another magnet. This one's a chili pepper one. This is an easy skill level, and they also have some googly eyes there for that one. This microwave bowl cozy is also an easy skill level. I think this is really nice to dress up plates and serving dishes when you're having company. It's also supposed to keep the warmth in. I can't really say how well that would work because I've never used one, but this does call for a medium 4 weight yarn. So we have these gnome coasters, and this is the first project that also includes a graph. Now you don't have to just follow the graph in order to make these coasters. You also have all the rows written out for you as well. So I just wanted to mention that. This is an intermediate skill level, probably just because you're changing colors a lot. I don't think that this is actually that hard from what I've been looking at. And it takes a medium 4 weight there. So I really like these little bowls, but understand that the picture here kind of makes them look a little bit bigger than they are because you've got jelly beans. Well, actually, I think these are little M&Ms, and then these are jelly beans. So these are used with a lace weight. And I just want to say for these kinds of projects, you can go up a lot of, you can go up to 1, 2, 3, or 4 and still make nice baskets. I don't think that the project would necessarily be compromised if you go up on this bowl set. The skill level is intermediate, so keep that in mind. So here we have a Happy Day cozy, and this is used to organize some kitchen things. Of course, you could use this as a pencil holder and all sorts of things like that. I believe that they're using a tin can that you get from the canned food section of a store. They say that it is 12.5 inches in circumference by 7 inches tall, and they are using a size 3 lightweight RDK weight to make this. And I just also wanted to mention that the skill level is easy though, and it looks pretty intricate for something that's easy, but I think that what you do is that you make these and you apply them to that, possibly with a tapestry needle, or you could also glue that on there with craft glue as well. So we have another, this looks like a doily, but they're calling it a coaster. And this also is using lace weight. You can go up again, just know that it's gonna make it larger. Another thing that's really good for coasters is anything you would use to make macrame. So if you're using like linen or hemp, that's also very absorbent and stable to use as a coaster. And of course you can also use this as a doily as well. This is an easy level, and if you use lace weight, you'll get 5 1/4 inches in diameter. So here we have the strawberry set. So we have the strawberry magnet and we have the strawberry towel holder. Now I would probably take this strawberry and use it as an applique if I was making this, and I would make the towel with the same colors and then apply the strawberry to the towel. That way it would be a matching set. But this is a easy skill level, and it calls for 4 medium weight yarn. So again, we have some more coasters, and these are in rings, and this is an easy skill level. They do say to use cotton yarn, and I just want to mention that when you are working with anything in your kitchen, you are most likely going to want to use cotton or linen or hemp. Just know that acrylic is made out of plastic, so it will melt. So if you use acrylic for anything that you're going to be using in the kitchen, just know that it can't come into contact with any heat, and that includes hot water when you're washing things. So cotton is the best thing to use for these kinds of projects. So I really like this one. This is a Color Bands Afghan. As you can see, it's worked from the center out like a granny square, but it's a rectangle. They call for 4 medium weight yarn. Obviously you can pick out the colors that you have in your stash, or you can plan a project with it as well. The skill level is intermediate, and the finished measurements is 54 by 60 inches. And I really like this one. This looks like something that I'd want to plan out. I don't think I would use that I would use as many colors for it though. I tend to like projects that are less busy, but I really like this one. So here we have some pot holders, and I really like the pattern on them because it is there's some color work going on. It is an intermediate skill level, but that's only because of the color work. If you're okay with switching colors or carrying colors with you, then you should be totally fine with this. This is using a 4 medium weight, and obviously you can make matching ones, and I really like that. I think that that's really pretty. Here we have another casserole cozy. This isn't for a bowl, it's for a casserole pot. The finished measurements is 7.5 inches in diameter by 3 1/4 inches high, and the skill level is easy. They say to use a medium 4 weight. Something that I'm not seeing in the design and the instructions is that it does not say that you have to use cotton. Now this is something that I would still recommend at least not using acrylic to make, because again, we don't want that acrylic to melt. It would be really embarrassing if it was at a situation where you invite a whole bunch of people over, first off, and also it's just a way to ruin, you know, your hard work, you know. So I just want to mention that, just so people know that if they use acrylic to decorate things and they're going to be in the kitchen, they're going to be near something hot, just know that that melting is a risk for that. So here we have a mandala, and you'll see that it's attached to this hoop. Now I've actually seen people use hula hoops to attach mandalas to, but this is a 26-inch hoop, and you can get these hoops at craft stores. And this is an easy skill level, and they suggest using super bulky or 6-weight yarn for this one. I really like these. I think that it would make a really nice project to leave in my sunroom, for example. I'd want it to be like outside. So like my sunroom's kind of like in the middle of that. So like I said, here are a lot of fun fridge magnets. Of course, you can also use these as appliques. These are recommended. The flowers are in size 4. The flowers are in size 3, light weight, and all the rest are recommended for size 4, medium weight. I think that you can get away with using 3 or 4 for all of them though. It is an easy skill level for all of these. You can use craft glue to glue some magnets to them, of course, but you can also use them as appliques on kids' clothing and stuff like that as well. So I think I'd probably use them more as appliques, but these look like fun. So here we have a hexagon dishcloth, and they do recommend that you use cotton yarn. Now we have a 4-weight cotton yarn that they suggest using this with. I would suggest that you can use a 4 or a 3-weight, but just know the 3-weight is going to be a lot smaller. This is an easy skill measurement, and the finished measurement is 10 3/4 inches from point to point. So I think this is really cool because it includes some holiday decoration. So we have a pumpkin, and then we also have a cauldron, like treat holder. Do know that these are candy corn, so it is pretty small, but I still really like the idea behind it. And for this, they are recommending medium 4-weight, and for the cauldron, they're recommending medium 4-weight. Both patterns are easy patterns and really nice to have around for either Halloween or just as decoration for the fall. And I don't know about you, but you know, I might not even make mine with solid orange. I might make it with different autumn colors, for example. So you're not necessarily limited just to orange. Just like those Halloween things, here we have some ornaments, and these will measure 2 inches. Well, this will measure 2 inches in diameter, and this will be 1 3/4 inch tall. Okay, now they're recommending you use lace weight in order to make these. I want to say you can definitely make these with 1 or 2 weight, but once you get bigger than that, they're not going to be sized appropriately for ornaments. You might want to use 3 or 4 weight in order to make like maybe amigurumi or stuff to kind of put on the mantle, for example, and things like that. So I did want to give you some other ideas on how you could use this pattern to make these and still, you know, not have to be restricted to a lace weight. So the skill level for this is easy. So I think these are really cute. All right, so these Easter eggs, I think these are really cool. So they're eggs, and then little ducks are inside them, right? And so this includes the pattern for the eggs, and of course they have these little ties on them, so you can tie them together. And for the 2 amigurumi ducks, both a little girl one and a little boy one. These are all easy patterns. It takes a medium 4-weight, and just for a concept of how high or how big they are, these little ducks are about 4.5 inches tall, and then the egg, the whole egg that you put them in, is 5 inches tall. I think these are really cute. And then we have some jewelry. So they have a bracelet pattern, and this is an intermediate pattern. This does recommend using lace weight. I don't think I would go any higher than lace weight if I was making jewelry. I don't think that I'm the kind of person that is ever going to make crochet jewelry, but I always think that it looks really nice. I'd be the kind of person that would buy it but not make it. So this one is a little gemstone bracelet. I'm trying to see, is that actually a gemstone? No, it's not. This is just an oval bead here. And see, and here we have a water lily necklace. Again, it is lace weight. This is an easy skill level though. So our next project is this lacy shawlette. Now a shawlette is smaller than a shawl, but it can be used as something to kind of like take off the chill on cooler spring nights or cooler autumn nights, right? It can also double as a scarf, but this is recommending 4-weight medium yarn, and it is an intermediate skill level. So now we have the flowers and scraps tote. Like I said, you can use these flowers as appliques as well. This is an easy skill level. You can use a medium 4. So either you can use scraps to make this, or you could plan it by saying, okay, I want to make this with a solid color and then maybe line it right here with a different color, you know, that kind of thing. So you can always do that. And you can also take these flowers and you can learn how to make those and then use them in a different project. So just trying to give you some ideas about how you can use these projects to help inspire for other projects. This does call for a medium 4-weight. So our next pattern is this baby cover up. It is 24 by 24 inches. And so this is definitely sized for an infant to, I would say, maybe toddler, as far as how big it is. I think that, I think it's so cute. And anyway, it calls for medium weight. It is an intermediate project, but like I said, it's really cute and it's a small project, okay? 24 by 24 is not that big when you're using 4-weight yarn to crochet, so this is something that you could do very quickly. Here we have a nice scrap Afghan. Now this one is called a baby Afghan. It is intermediate, probably because you have to make each square and then sew them together, but with the finished measurements, this would be okay for a youth or even for a lapgan, for example, because it's 31 by 41 inches. So this would definitely fit a child up through ages like 10 to 12 even. So just kind of know that when you're looking at measurements for blankets, you know, something a little bit larger, you can still give that as a baby present, but just mention that it, you know, it'll be big enough to last a kid until they are a teenager, basically. And this is used with medium 4-weight yarn. Then we have this cute little pig toy. They didn't make it with pink, so I think it's really cute looking. Anyway, this is an intermediate level. They use a 2 fine weight. Really, I think that this would be fine using any weight yarn. I think a 3 and a 4 weight would look just fine. So the fine weight, the 2-weight yarn will make this amigurumi about 6 inches tall. So just kind of keep in mind that a 3 would probably make it about 9 inches tall, and a 4 maybe 10 to 12 inches tall. So just kind of keep that in mind. And now we have little baby booties. So these have little animals on them. This is a pig and this is a duck. They recommend using super fine weight, which is a 1, and this is an intermediate skill level. And when it comes to garments, you can't really size up or down, you know, with the yarn. So I would not recommend using a different weight of yarn for that. And the rest of this book is just the extra instructions for all of the different patterns that didn't fit on just one page. And then at the very end, you get the stitch guide where they show you a visual of what the stitches look like, as well as all of the different abbreviations and what they mean. So this is a really fun little book. You can see on the back that they've got some of the projects there, and then on the front, here we go. So I hope that you enjoyed looking through this book with me. Again, I have the link in the description. Thank you so much for watching this to the end. If you don't mind, go ahead and hit that like button if you enjoy this video. If you're not subscribed, you might want to subscribe because I have a lot of giveaways going on, and I even have one right now. So make sure that you find that video and enter to win if you haven't already. Thanks for watching. I will see you soon in another video. Bye for now.